Sorry for the technical glitches. Let's start. Good afternoon to one and all. Myself, Dr. Gurmati, Dean of Academic Staff College. Very happy to welcome you all for today's session on funding opportunities in STEM projects. First of all, I would like to say Happy Women's Day to all the women present here. Also, I would like to thank our Honorable President, sir, for encouraging us to conduct a varied program. And my sincere thanks to my mentor, Dr. Malini Pandey, Director, Academic Staff College, and my Deputy, Dr. Karthikeyan. Now I would like to invite Engineer Aparna, Assistant Professor, to introduce us about our
Thank you
today's
so much,
speaker,
ma'am.
Engineer Kumuda. Aparna.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this opportunity. On this occasion, I take immense privilege in introducing our speaker for the day, Kumunda ma'am, who is currently employed as a women scientist B under the Department of Science and Technology, India, at IIT Patna, Bihar. Ma'am is one of the authorized patent agent in India. She is one of the designated partner in Mass Research Solution LLP and one of the director Mass Innovators Private Limited, Madurai. Ma'am has completed her BE, ECE and ME in Optical Communication from the Government College of Engineering, Bargur and AC College of Engineering and Technology, Karaikudi in the year 2004 and 7 respectively. She had submitted her PhD thesis under Quality Improvement Program at Tyagarajar College of Engineering, Madurai. Ma'am had a teaching experience of around 10 years and she also has 3 years of experience in industry. Ma'am has been recognized as a chartered engineer by the Institute of Engineers India and has also featured in the DSC booklet of 75 women scientist achievers released by the Honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh on March 8, 2022. Ma'am is an active member in various professional societies like IEEE, ISTE, IETE, IEI, and what not else. Ma'am is professional member in so many things. She had published her research works in various Scopus Index, SCI Index journals, and has presented her papers at various international conferences. She was one of the recipients for travel grant from the IEEE WIA Society in the year 2017. She is acting as a reviewer in various Scopus Index journals. Ma'am has undergone 1 year training as a women scientist C of Kiran IPR of PST at Patent Facilitating Center, Technology Information Forecasting and Assessment Council, and which is an autonomous body of the DST New Delhi. Ma'am herself has filed five patents in India and one patent in the USA. She completed various WIPO courses related to the IPR field. She has experience related to patent searching in various databases, patent filing and drafting, patent prosecution. Ma'am has also delivered various talks related to technical subjects, IPR related lectures, and also other topics such as role of RTI in higher education, funding opportunities for STEM projects in India, and so many things. We are very happy to have you here, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, Aparna. Now I would like to invite Engineer Kumada ma'am to take the proceedings.
Thank you, ma'am. And good afternoon to all.
Ma'am, you're not much audible, ma'am. Can you increase your volume?
Yes, ma'am. I hope now I am audible.
Audible. Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Thank you, Aparna ji, for introducing me. And I would like to express my thanks to the Academic Staff College of Dr. MGR University for giving me an opportunity to have this talk. Women's Day celebration. I would like to wish my Women's Day celebration to all the women participants who are more to be energetic and responsible to the societies. Okay, so let me share my screen and we can start our today's talk.
Kumudha ma'am, we are not able to hear anything.
Okay, ma'am. So I'm sharing my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
அந்த வீடியோ டெலிட் பண்ணிடுங்க நிறைய பேர்.
I hope my screen is visible to all the participants.
Yes, ma'am, your screen is visible, ma'am.
Okay. So today's my talk is related to funding opportunity for STEM project in India. So this is my outline of my today's talk. Let me start with the introduction and then the procedure for applying a project and what are the funding opportunity for getting a project and how to frame a project proposal. And finally, we'll be ending with the outcome. And if time permits, I can give some information regarding the funding opportunity for organizing an event. So let me start with an introduction. So STEM, as all you be aware of that, then STEM, it indicates for science, technology, engineering and mathematics, and now it has been given as STEM. They have included the medical science also. So why we are going with STEM? So this STEM includes this science, technology, engineering, and mathematics will all have critical thinking skills. So to enhance these critical thinking skills and to promote the innovation in the science and engineering background, and also to provide solving a problem and to have an empirical learning, we are having this STEM. Okay. So on these STEM projects are there where you can get the fund under these schemes, where this the project which was related to the science and engineering mathematics. So all these can be obtained, the fund can be obtained under these certain funding schemes. So in this talk, I'll be giving certain insights about the project schemes which was available in India, the funding schemes which was available in India for the STEM projects. Okay. So what is the mandatory resources that is required for applying a project? As you know that basically the ideas would be there. So the ideas would be come with a problem along with the solution. Okay. If you have a solution for a specific problem, then if that idea comes into your mind, then you can apply for a project. And for that, certainly for doing every project, you require financial support. That's why we are looking for a funding agencies. And then the secondary support like manpower for implementing or for doing the project to be successful, and also a ecosystem is really needed. The ecosystem which indicates here to be the place where we are doing our project. Okay, so the main thing is that you require an idea and a financial support with that, and the secondary resources can be of manpower or ecosystem. Okay, and why we need for a fund? So generally the funds is required. The money is required to complete or to perform any particular task. Okay. So similarly for doing a project of money, and for that we are looking for a funding agencies. Either it can be a government agency or it can be a private agencies. Okay. So next we see about the sponsored project. What is said to be a sponsored project? So there are two categories: contract or grant in aid. So the difference between of these, as you may be knowing that the difference of this contract and grant in aid. So contract project, in that within a specific duration, okay, both funding will be there, and within the specific time duration you have to complete it. If not, the amount will be deducted. But in the grant in aid project schemes, there is also a time duration where you have to complete it, but there will not be any, if there is any failure in completing the project within that duration, then there will not be any penalty will be imposed on it. So there will not be any cost cutting or fund reduction even if you are not completing within that time duration. Okay. So that is the main difference between the contract project as well as with the grant in aid project. So in the contract project, if the project was not being completed within that contractual period as per the agreement, then the fund will be reduced, okay, at the end. But in the grant in aid, the thing only is that in the the fund will not be reduced even if you are not completing the project within the specified duration. But the disadvantage is that if you have not completed the project within the duration for granting aid, then your next proposal may be in question to sanction it. Okay. And so mainly these projects are being carried out in order to carry the intention of the knowledge to the public and to provide the benefits to the society. Okay. Now let me see the procedure for applying a project. Once the idea was created, just make a rough draft and then select a suitable funding agencies. So all the funding agency might not be suitable for our proposed project. So we have to select a suitable funding agency, and at that time the call for of that project should be mentioned by that funding agency if it was a government project. Okay. And if all this satisfies, then we will be preparing a project proposal. After submitting the project proposal, after applying the proposal, we will be getting a fund. And after that, we will be performing our experiment in order to complete the project within the specified duration. Okay. So next we can see that funding opportunity for projects. So in this talk, I will be. So let's see. Sorry. So funding opportunity for projects, there are many funding schemes was there, and the government, it can be from the Ministry of Education, Department of Atomic Energy, Ministry of Defense, Department of Space, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, MeitY, Ministry of Science and Technology, and other ministries. So I'm covering all these funding schemes under these various ministries. Okay, let me see one by one. So first it is the Ministry of Education. In the Ministry of Education, there is continuing of education scheme was there, UGC and AICTE was there. So under these three categories, the funding has been provided. So COE project, first it has the FAST, it was the Frontier Areas of Science and Technology. This scheme was there. So in order to have a collaborative activity between a researcher and the institution, researcher of the institution with the companies, okay, this FAST scheme was there. So it gives a collaborative activity between the academician and the industry. So the area to be covered under this scheme of FAST of COE was that energy, water, clean environmental, and then smart material for sustainable development. It comes under Ministry of Higher Education. Then we can see about the UGC project fund. So there is a funding scheme like Research Funding Council was there, and it supports the project fund for particularly for the universities of various departments. And the eligibility criteria for this funding scheme is that the applicant should be a permanent or regular or retired, even retired teachers can also be eligible for applying this, applying the Research Funding Council scheme under this scheme. And there should be a 1 year gap before applying to the other project. Okay. And the category was being given here. So there are a major research project as well as the minor research project is also there. So under the major research project, the fund of around 20 lakhs can be given as an assistant fund, and recurring fund grant is also there. And also the duration for major research project is 3 years, and for minor project it is of 2 years. Okay. The only difference is that the recurring grant will not be there in the minor research project. Only the major equipment fund will be there. So non-recurring grant will be there, but grant will not be there. Okay. So as it was a minor research project, only the PI has to be did, and no other manpower can be recruited under this recurring grant. Okay. So maximum 5 lakhs to 3 lakhs will be given under this minor research project. Next, about the AICTE projects. So AICT have CRS, Collaborative Research Scheme, RPS, Research Promotion Scheme. Okay. So this CRS is particularly for TechUp faculty. So the TechUp, in the TechUp colleges, the faculty from the TechUp colleges can apply the project under this Collaborative Research Scheme, CRS. And the eligibility is that 3 faculty can be jointly applied on that one. And out with the PI should be from the TechUp institution, and the co-PI can be of either from TechUp or non-TechUp institution. And the tenure is just for 1 year. And up to a project fund and up to a project proposal with a funded of 25 lakhs can be submitted. And RPS, it is for research promotion scheme. And this is for the project proposal which is coming from the AICT approved colleges. Okay. So not only particularly with the TechUp institution, but also with the AICT approved technical institution. And this is for 3 years financial assistance. Similarly, here also it was of maximum 25 lakhs. Okay. So CRS and RPS is there. And apart from that, we can go with the Department of Atomic Energy. So previously, I have mentioned about for educational department, and now it is with Atomic Energy. And here also there is 3 divisions: AERB, BRNS, and NVHM. AERB, Atomic Energy Regulatory Body. So the area covered under this project scheme is that it can be nuclear. The project can be related to the nuclear, industrial, and trade safety. And so the eligibility factor is that any faculty from a university or research organization can apply, and it can have 1 PI along with that. An additional 1 co-PI can be included in that project proposal, and the tenure is for 2 to 3 years. Okay. And so particularly this scheme AERB is particularly for the topic research topic related to nuclear, industrial, and radiation safety. And similarly, this the broad area I have given for this AERB. Okay, so safety in the all related with the nuclear stream, okay, nuclear and radiation stream. And then so all these are related to the nuclear power. Okay. And then we can go with the BRNS scheme of the Department of Atomic Energy, BRNS, Board of Research in Nuclear Sciences. So here nuclear power as well as nuclear, the material which is used for the nuclear sources can also be a topic of area. So that can either with the water and waste management. You can check that how the nuclear material under the ground, if the radioactive material has been deposited or to be disposed under the ground, and how the water and the waste management that can be handled with the help of this in order to avoid radioactive material. Generally, it is applied in medical stream as well as in the security purposes also, okay, and the research purposes. So we have to dispose it. So on the way of disposing the radioactive material, it can be either it should be disposed in a proper way, and it has to be with the underground. It has to be deposited at the underground. And in that cases, the area which was covered in that waste disposal site will be filled with a nuclear radioactive material, and that will make the water or environmental to be affected. So the topic which was the area which was related to that waste management can also come under this BRNS scheme, and that can also related to the environmental issues. So healthcare, food security, as per with the requirement of radioactive material, we can apply for this project. And the eligibility is that university can apply it, and along with that, the principal coordinator, one has to be selected from this Department of Atomic Energy. And the maximum fund of 35 lakhs will be granted for a duration of 3 years under this BRNS scheme. And then the part of the Department of Atomic Energy has National Board for Higher Mathematics, NVHM. Okay, Okay, not the science, engineering along with this mathematics is also having scope in this particular department of atomic energy. So in order to formulate or develop the higher mathematics or to establish the development of mathematical center, one can apply a project under the scheme of NBHM. So the eligibility is that certainly a university or research institution or individual of that particular host institute can also apply it. So I have given what type of application has been granted already under this NBHM. So the example like non-linear. So I think the faculty from Max department can be better understand of these projects. So example like non-linear higher derivation on unital algebraic with application. This is one of such application. Sorry, actually my internet has been disconnected. Let me share my screen again. So this project has been sanctioned to the Aligarh Muslim University. Actually, I have quoted these examples just for giving certain references to you so that you can also apply under this NBHM scheme, and the maximum of 20 lakhs can be utilized for these schemes. Okay. So in order to develop the mathematical center of that particular university or institute or educational organization, we can one can apply under this scheme. And then we can go with the Ministry of Defense, DRDO. So this has 5 different legs from where you can apply the projects. And let me see one by one. And there is 5 different schemes you can apply it. So ARDB, Aeronautical Research and Development Board of DRDO is will be making a call for proposal for the topics related to aeronautics, particularly with the aeronautics. So aeronautic, it can be a parts of a aircraft, helicopter, missile, and other airborne vehicle. Okay. So the topics, even the antennas can also included in that one. The parts, the major parts or the minor parts, in order to make it in a Made in India or Make in India schemes, then also you can apply it under the topic which was related to the aeronautic to be under this Aeronautical Research and Development Board. And the eligibility is the institution. Even the industry can also apply it with the having tie-up with the institute. And the eligibility criteria is that the PI should be of, the industry should be of 35 years old. Okay. And the duration for this project is of 3 years, and maximum fund of 10 to 25 lakhs will be given. So this comes under the DRDO department. And then a life science research board was there. And the topics which was related to the life science and the allied sciences. Okay, life sciences and the allied sciences can come can go with this project funded scheme. And then the naval research board, particularly with the naval science and technology, even you can include the topic which was related to the cable, which was which can be supplied, the optical cable which can be supplied under the sea or ocean. The project which was related to that topic can also be submitted under this naval science and technology. So NRB, Naval Research Board, have made a call for of this of the topic which was related to the naval sciences. Even the component which was used in the naval sciences can also be included, not only with the product which was used in the ship development or building of a ship or boat, but it can also be other communication process. As I mentioned, that it can be of optical cable, how the optical cable react if it was underlaid at the ocean or sea, or it can be most recent area like microplastic can also be included. Okay. So nowadays the microplastic has been seen most of the time in the earth, either in the form of microplastic or in the nanoplastic level. Okay. So it is now occurring either in the form of air particles, okay, or it is appearing or it is deposited and the surface of the air, or it is floating on the water. So nowadays the water bodies is being tested for the content of the microplastic or nanoplastic. And as you see that, maybe aware or come across that the ocean has the maximum component of microplastic in it. So you can also submit a proposal or research work that can be related to how these nature of the microplastic can affect the optical cable which was already placed underneath the ozone or sea. Okay. Or else it can be a wind energy. Suppose if you are taken about the wind energy, offshore wind energy, okay. So offshore on site, now they are placing it in the sea. There also you can check how the corrosion effect, all these things happen. So the project which can related to that can also apply under this Naval Research Board, and then we can see about the Armaments Research Board, ARB, Armaments Research Board, particularly related to the armament, and this relates to the security purposes. The armaments which was viewed during the by the Indian Army or Air Force, whatever it may be in the defense area. Okay, the armament which was being designed or manufactured or produced, or in that cases also you can apply under this Armaments Research Board, and all with the permission of this DRDO you can apply it. And then they have their extramural research grant. Maximum this grant will be provided. You might be noticing, or you might be come across this extramural research project, ER and IPR of this DRDO. So they are providing fund. This is also said to be related to the armament, but not only limited to the armament, but also to the other areas also. Even in the antenna field also you can be applied. Okay. So extramural research project fund is the maximum one the DRDO is giving outside to the generally to the all universities or academic organizations. Next, we can go with the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. ISRO, they have their response back. So recently they made the call for this response back. I hope that recently the call for had been arrived, and then February 29th was the last day to apply for this response basket. So the topics which was related to the Indian space program. So they have given many areas in this recent advertisement. Okay, so 1 week back the deadline was being completed under this response basket, and they have given all the labs of this ISRO where the requirements was being proposed. So around 150 areas has been introduced, not introduced, it has been announced for this project proposal comes under this response basket. So the topic which was related to the Indian space program, such as the Earth observation, it can be of observing the Earth from, or it can be of the moon also, a satellite communication. So the antenna which can be evolved, or the remote location, remote sensing application can also be applied under this one, and the disaster management or any other specific project can also be applied under this response basket. So recently they have made around 150 to 200, I guess. So if I'm not wrong, it is to be of 189 projects under different area has been announced under for this response basket. Even it includes the waste management also, waste management, and how to interact, it is actually a combinational project which was related to the waste management as well as the construction of the building site. Okay. So how the waste managed waste will be utilized or reused in the building construction. So that is one of the project idea they have asked to submit it. Okay. And here also academic institution, autonomous colleges can also, R&D institution can also apply it. The next we can go with ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research. So STEM, as I already mentioned, STEMM. So the WM nowadays, the medicine is also included in STEMM. So medical research, they are also providing fund under this with this ICMR. So ICMR have extramural ad hoc research project as well as the CARE. They are also providing fund under this CARE scheme, grant in aid scheme, and then they have the international collaboration of research in biomedical sciences. So even you see that the medical field has been now increasing to be increasing field, and where many people, including the engineering and medical sciences, they both combine and come with a collaborative work to have a product which is equipment for detecting or treating for disease treatment, or it can be a pharmaceutical sector also, the medicine, which can be the chemical field where the pharma drug to be included, or the component or the engineering component that can be used to identify or testing purposes, that can also be applied. Okay, under this CARE scheme. Actually, CARE scheme, CARE, Center for Advanced Research and Excellence, they will be making their call for proposal in a regular basis. So I guess it is of 2 years, twice in a year. Okay, they are made a call for of this CARE. So under this CARE also one can apply. And it can be not only particular to a medical field, but it can also be a dental, also veterinary science. All this medical field can also be included. And it can be a collaborative work between the medical colleges, the engineering colleges also. And the fund is up to 5 crores. Actually, medical field generally requires a more fund to do a research project. That's why they are giving up to a maximum of 5 crore for a project fund. And then we can see with the MeitY, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, their department said to be DEITY, Department of Electronics and Information Technology was there. They are also providing fund particularly for the electronics and communication field, electronic communication and IT sector. So the fund is under the scheme of R&D funding scheme was there. R&D funding scheme, there are 2 different variety of these funding scheme. Multiplier grant scheme as well as TIDE, Technology Incubation and Development of Entrepreneurs. So under these 2 schemes, DEITY is providing fund, multiplier grant scheme. So this to be a funding provided to the academic organizations. Okay, to have a collaborative work of R&D between the industry and academic can also be included in this one. And but these to be of industry oriented R&D work can be taken place at the institute. And then the TIDE scheme was there, Technology Incubation and Development of Entrepreneur, in order to support the startup companies and to promote the entrepreneurship. This fund is being provided with the collaborative work of the academic organizations. Okay, so one can set up an incubation center. An organization can, educational organization can set up an incubation center, and through which the entrepreneur can be added over that with the help of this TIDE scheme. And there are certain special call for proposal also. So it can be of time to time. Okay, so but this MGS and TIDE scheme is common, and it can be of regular one. But if there is any special need, then they can make a call for as a special call for proposal, project proposal. Example like convergence communication, broadband technologies. So in these areas, already a proposal has been announced and it was being granted. So some special call can also be there if it was a specific oriented requirement. Then we can go with the Ministry of Science and Technology. Ministry of Science and Technology. So this is the maximum research funding agency which was being supported by the Indian government, where one can utilize the maximum fund for science and technology. Okay. So maximum grant has been allotted under particularly for the STEM project to the Ministry of Science and Technology. As you may be aware that the Ministry of Science and Technology have 3 different departments: DSIR, DPT and DST. So let me see all these, what are the funding schemes which was in every department, okay? Maximum DST have their many schemes are there. And apart from the DST, DSIR and DPT is also there, DSIR. And DSIR have the own autonomous unit like CSIR, and DPT again have one autonomous unit like BIRAC. And then DST have one statutory body like SERP division was also there. And individually, all these statutory body and the autonomous body of these departments have their fund. And let me see one by one. The Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, DSIR, and for women, they are providing the fund in the terms of technology development and utilization program for women. Okay, this is particularly for women. And in order to develop the technology for women, they are making this call for. And women can also apply under this scheme. Okay? The area can be related to the production activity, personal care, and community management, including the food processing, water conservation, waste disposal, maintenance of health and hygiene. So under these schemes, the women can apply as a PI. And this program is particularly for a women category. And the PI should be a woman. And then we can go with the CSIR. So CSIR, it is an a professional or autonomous body of DSIR. I think I could see some raised hand. Yes, Vishnu Priya, you can, if you are allowed to do, unmute yourself, you can ask your query if you have. I request Vishnu
Participants, if you have
Priya.
any question? Dear participants, if you have any questions, you can ask.
Okay, sir, let me start. Continue.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, thank you so much, ma'am. So it's my privilege to address the vote of thanks for this wonderful session. First of all, I would like to thank our founder and chancellor, A.C. Shanmugam sir, and our honorable president, ACS Arun Kumar sir, for giving this golden opportunity to conduct this program. It gives on immense.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Sorry
ma'am.
for interrupting you.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, I am yet to finish this session.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Okay. Actually, some had raised the hand. That's why I thought to ask if there is any query or not. I think some people
okay,
have
ma'am.
raised the query. Okay, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Sorry,
So
ma'am.
let me continue it. Okay,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am. Yes, thank you.
Let me continue it. And CSIR, the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, they are also providing fund under the various schemes like FTT, Fast Track Translation, Fast Track Commercialization, and then NMITLI, Mission Mode. Mission Mode generally with particular technology. For each and every technology, they are providing the fund under this Mission Mode. And then Focus Basic Research. So all these funding schemes are there under the CSIR, and if they made a call for, then you can apply, one can apply it. And so the themes for this CSIR project will be like, it is covering a wide ranges of project areas. And then we can go with the biotechnology, Department of Biotechnology, DPT. They have their project they have their schemes like CRG, Competitive Research Grant Project Proposal was there. So competitive research grant of DPT is making a call for with the areas like, it covers all the biological related, biotechnology related project proposals, including the genome, genetics also. So the areas, I have given certain areas in this one, the area which was of infection, disease biology, and how to the treatment of diseases, and then the pharma particles is also included in this one. All the project which was related to the biotechnology field can also be applied under this competitive research grant project proposals. And then we can go with the BIRAC. BIRAC, It is autonomous body of this DPT, Department of Biotechnology. Biotechnology in Research Assistant Council. And under this scheme, there are 3 different schemes was there under this BIRAC. PACE, SPARS, Synthetic Biology. PACE, it is for promoting academic research conversation to enterprises. So it will give a collaborative work between the academic and the industry unit. So you can have the contract scheme also with this industry, so that the academic and the industry can also do can jointly apply under this scheme of PACE. Okay, PACE. The area which was covered under this also mostly related to the biotechnology field. And then the SPARS scheme was there. SPARS scheme, Social Innovation Program for Product Affordable and Relevant to the Society Health. Particularly, it is related to the society needs. So PACE is for the basic or R&D work, basic R&D work, and SPARS is for the applied R&D work related to the biotechnology field. And then the synthetic biology is also there. And synthetic biology, you can see with this polymer material which was related to this biotechnology field can also be included in this synthetic biology schemes. And then we can go with the wide project schemes of DST, Department of Science and Technology. And here also it has FFT, Frontier and Futuristic Technologies was there. So these frontier and futuristic technology was that the recent technology will be including, and if that particular need was there, then the call for will be there. It can be covering the ranges from area from the cyber security, data sciences, Internet of Things. It is as per the development of a new technology, cyber security, epidemiologist, data analysis, and Indian space quantum science is also there. So under FFT, okay, so under FFT, the major technology which was been evolving technology can be included under these FFT schemes. Next week, it is of innovation and entrepreneurship division. So it gives support to the it gives support to develop an entrepreneurship. So it is given to the institute, and through which the institute can select the entrepreneur, and fund can be provided to that particular startup company to mentor or funding support to the particular startup company. And by this way, entrepreneurship can be developed. Okay. So actually, this fund under this innovation and entrepreneurship division, the fund will be provided to this under this division in order to support the entrepreneurship or startup company to be an incubator at that particular institution. So the many schemes are there under this one. NIDI TBI Technology Business Incubator was there. So NIDI TBI, once the business was being developed, and if it was want to go to the market level, if it crosses the TRL level, technology readiness level of above 5, then one can apply under this scheme of NIDI. Okay. So actually, the institute will apply and collect this NIDI fund, and then entrepreneur can apply through to that particular organization to have collaborative work, and they can utilize the fund. Okay. Actually, the fund goes to the entrepreneur through the academic organization. Okay? And then NIDI Seed Support Program is there, and this is for the initial stage of an entrepreneur, like idea creation stage. At that time, this fund can be provided, and also the NIDI Center of Excellence was there to develop a lab setup, and the NIDI Accelerator was also there. And there are also certain funds for providing training program for the entrepreneurship is also there. Okay. This is mainly to connect the government with the entrepreneur through the academic organization. The faculty members from the academic organization can apply for the fund in order to support or to interlink the government and the entrepreneur. Okay. Then Kiran division. Actually, earlier I have mentioned about this FFT, and then this Kiran division. Actually, in DST, as today it was International Women's Day, I am giving this information to you. So the DST, various head of this DST was there. So this FFT Kiran division, they have their head as a women scientist here to be a head of that particular division. Around 10 divisions of this DST have their head as a women as their head. Okay. So that is the main point I want to mention it as today it is the International Women's Day. So this Kiran division, it is particularly for women candidates or women applicant, and also the head of this Kiran division is also a woman. Okay. So Kiran division, actually it has been started earlier in 2002 as women scientist schemes. Okay. 2002 it was the women scientist schemes, many schemes are there, and then later all these schemes comes under a single umbrella of Vice Kiran division. It indicates the knowledge involvement in research advancement through nurturing. Under this division, all the women scientist schemes comes under this, and this division has been formed in 2014, and it has been initially started with this Vigyan Jyoti. Vigyan Jyoti, though it was initially started, Vigyan Jyoti actually it was introduced in 2020. Okay, to support the girl child, okay, to support the girl child in order to do their research in science and engineering. That is in particularly in STEM project. Okay, the school student from class 9 to 12, the girl children can apply under this Vigyan Jyoti for their STEM project. Okay, government is providing fund for that one, and that they can be applied through the school also from their school. And then recently in 2023, again, the Kiran division has been reframed with the schemes like Voice PhD, Voice Scope, Voice PDF, and IPR scheme is also there. So in order to support for higher education, let me give an information to you that additional information to you on this International Women's Day celebration. As you know that maybe I come across or aware of that 30% of the researchers, only 30% of the researchers in the world are said to be women. Okay. And India, we have around 48% women are included in their higher education. So among that 48%, only but 15 to 60, around 15.63% has been involved in this STEM project or STEM research activities. The remaining people of around 32% or belongs to the literature. Okay, literature art. So in order to develop the science and technology in the women, among the women, government is supporting fund to provide or to initiate the research, women researcher, okay, particularly in the field of science and technology, science, engineering and technology. So for them, government is providing fund under the scheme of Voice PhD, Scope, PDF, and IPR. Since only 15 to 16% of women researchers belongs to the STEM, okay, STEM field. Okay, that's why government is providing more fund for doing their PhD or for doing their PDF in the field of STEM under this Voice PhD, PDF. And Scope is for particularly for society related, that is applied R&D work. Okay. PhD and PDF is for a basic pure R&D work, and Scope is for a applied R&D project work. So this can be an individual applicant can also apply it to selecting a host institute. Okay. Individual can also apply. Those who are not in a regular position, okay, those who are not employed or the faculty who have the break in career, okay, they can apply it, but not the faculty in a regular position cannot apply it. But individual women can apply under this scheme through a host institute. Okay, and then the Gadi scheme was there. Gadi scheme, it is gender advancement for transferring the institution. So nowadays many institutions, as you know, that it was of co-ed. Okay. So co-education, and in order to convert that co-education into a women-centric institution, government is providing fund under this Gadi scheme for transferring their institution from co-education to a women-centric institution. And then a Curie scheme was there. So Curie scheme around initially 7 universities has been granted. Nowadays it was 13. It has been increased to 13. This is Curie particularly for university oriented, the consolidation of university research for innovation and excellence in women universities. So government has set up around nowadays around 13 Curie women universities under this Curie scheme, where only the women applicant can be apply it and do their research, and even all the faculty members are said to be a women over here, and the infrastructure, manpower, everything they are providing for support only particularly for women. Okay, so earlier it was 7 and now they have raised up to 13 university to be recognized as the Curie under this Curie scheme. And then Vidushi, this scheme has been recently started in 2023 only. So last year it has been started, Vidushi scheme, Women Instinct for Developing and Observing in Scientific Heights and Innovation. So this scheme is particularly for under this scheme, a project proposal can be submitted by the women. Okay, that women should be of senior or retired regular person, those who are not in the regular position, and if they have got their retirement, after that also they can develop their science and technology by applying under these schemes. Okay, this scheme is particularly for the elderly women candidates, and individual can also apply it. Okay, those who got their retirement and those who have crossed the age beyond 55. Okay, beyond 55 and beyond 55 in a regular and not in a regular post, and if they have got their retirement, okay, those people can also apply. Those women can also, elderly women can also apply for a project under this Vidushi scheme. This Vidushi scheme was been introduced in 2023. And then the other schemes like Meta Science scheme was there, Nano Mission was there. This is particularly for technology oriented. Nanotechnology oriented schemes, project proposal can be submitted under this nano mission. So the area is like this, nanoscience, nanotechnology, and nanotechnology in agriculture field, and nanotechnology in the energy and environmental field, and also in the quantum materials. So all these comes under the nano mission. Okay, and then NGP, National Geospatial Program was there. And it depends upon the geological factors. All the geological oriented project proposal can be submitted under this National Geospatial Program of BSP. And then the National Council for Science and Technology Communication, and here also NCSTC. Here also the head is women. Okay, the head under this scheme is also a woman, and they are also providing the fund for many communication-oriented project proposals. And then FIST was there. FIST, it was particularly for developing the infrastructure, R&D infrastructure of academic institution. The FIST scheme was there. And this is funded by DST, Fund for Improvement and SRD, Science and Technology Infrastructure. FIST scheme was there in order to develop the R&D infrastructure of academic institution. One can apply under this FIST scheme. So they are covering the major area like life sciences, chemical sciences, engineering sciences, earth and atmospheric, mathematical sciences, and the physical sciences in the level of 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and under this FIST, SADI scheme was there. So SADI for developing equipment oriented, that is for hardware, for purchasing the hardware or equipment. Sophisticated analytical and technical help institute was there. Under this scheme, sophisticated equipment can be purchased for an academic institution, and then it comes under the FIST scheme. Okay, and then the promotion PERS. So PERS is particularly for universities, promotion of university research and scientific excellence. Okay, so this is particularly for universities. They can also apply. The university can also apply under this scheme to develop the infrastructure of the university in the science and technology field. Okay? And then the SPLICE program. SPLICE program is particularly for a chemical change, environmental oriented, ecosystem oriented. And this scheme was there, and particularly the project which was coming from the Himalayan ecosystem to study the characteristic of the ecosystem in the Himalayan region. Under this scheme, they can apply it. Okay? And then seed division, as people may be aware of the seed division, seed. The head of the seed division is also again a woman. Okay, Dr. Anita Agarwal was the head of this seed division, and this seed division Science for Equity, Empowerment and Development, and they mainly work for the rural areas, to develop the rural areas as well as for the elderly and disabled people under the scheme of TIDE. Okay, TIDE for disabled and elderly people. If a technology has been developed for those people who are disabled and elderly people, then this scheme was there for a suitable scheme for the project proposal, which was related to the disabled and the elderly people. And then again here also a women's scheme was there, science and technology for women and women technology park, WTP was also there. Tamil Nadu had got many WTP, particularly in Coimbatore region and in Tanjavur region, many women technology park had been developed, and even individual project can also apply under the science and technology for women. Okay, this is a separate scheme and women technology park is a separate scheme, but both are particularly for the women development. Okay, and in the women technology park, the PA should be a women, and they have to apply the project proposal by identifying, or this is mainly for giving a technology knowledge or to improve the livelihood of the rural women. Okay, so in our surroundings, identify the rural women and what the problem they are facing it. Okay, identify the problem and you come with a solution, or the solution can already be there in our market. Okay, so the solution or technology is already there that can support that rural women to improve their livelihood. So you pick that technology, identify the problem, and then select a suitable technology that can help to improve the livelihood of the rural women. And then you can apply a project under this scheme. You can take, one can take around 4 to 5 concept or 5 objective or 5 people to 5 different variety of people to develop. Okay. The 5 different areas particularly in a single application, submit with the 5 different field by which the rural women can be employed. One with the, I'm just saying an example, one with an agriculture. Okay, the women who is suffering while doing their agriculture, you can introduce a technology knowledge to the women also. And then the second objective can be to educate that women. Okay, so the educate, as I'm in the Bihar, I could see that many people here, women are illiterate. Okay, so we can give this digital education program also, digital marketing you can provide. So all these factors can be combined in a single proposal and submit a proposal in a women technology park. That is, you are developing a setup or ecosystem for a rural women. Okay, with the help of the technology, their livelihood is said to be improved. Submit a proposal mentioning that these women will be getting a benefited and by this development of this park, and you can assign some people to give training for that particular women. Okay, so no new innovation will be there, but still already used innovation was there, and you are giving training to those women candidates under this women technology park. It comes under the C division. Okay, and then the STI hub for SC and ST community people. And then yes, to develop SC and ST cell in science and technology, state science and technology is also there. And then scheme for young scientists and technology. And other than that, Sutra PIC was there. Okay, Sutra PIC. This also comes under, all this comes under the C division. Okay. And then the technology development transfer. The areas like waste management, advanced manufacturing, and electric mobility vehicles, biomedical devices and technology, where the technology can be transferred to an industry. So in that cases, this technology development transfer scheme was there. Science and Heritage Initiative, SRI. So actually this SRI head is also a woman. Okay, the head of this SRI scheme is also a woman, Dr. Rasmi Sharma. Okay, she was the head of this scheme. And then the technology mission division. So development of individual technology similar to FFT. Here also individual technology like energy storage, desalination, waste management, and hydrogen and fuel cell. So this HFC schemes is frequently making their call for us. This field is said to be new, hydrogen generation or development. Okay, so CCOD. So all these schemes are there, but for a particular technologies, in order to develop a particular technology. Under these technology mission divisions are there. Okay. Then again, it can be extended to a green energy technology. Okay, and then cleaning Ganga and agri water, and the collaborative work of India and Netherlands is also supporting the scheme. to cleaning the Ganga and agriculture water. They made a call for and suitable proposal. If you have the suitable proposal during this call for, then you can apply under this scheme. Okay? Then Swarna Jayanti Fellowship Cell was there. Then Inspire, as you may be aware that the Inspire was there, Innovation in Science Pursuit for Inspired Research. Okay, so both for the school students they are there, and then the Inspire Faculty Award is also there. Okay, and then Technology Innovation Hub can be created at an academic institution in order to have a collaborative work with the industry people, okay, to develop a startup or entrepreneur to support for that. A Technology Innovation Hub can be created by the institution by applying through a project scheme. This is for 5 years, covering the area of agriculture, water, energy, transportation, infrastructure, security, health, and manufacturing. So you can make a call for with this startup company having this area, and the government is providing fund similar to TBI. Okay, and Innovation Hub is also there. Through the Institute Innovation Hub, government is providing fund to the entrepreneurs. Okay. And then the international cooperation division was there in order to have a collaborative with the international countries like Germany. DAD program was there, and Indo-German, Indo-Australia, Indo-Austria. So all these programs are there in order to have a collaborative work with outside India. And also Indo-US Fellowship was also there in STEM, okay, Wisdom program. We call it as a Wisdom program. So this scheme was been started in 2017, and right now it was working good with making a call for 10 women. 10 women for they are providing assistant fellowship, 10 women fellowship, and 10 internship facilities is also there for women candidates. So Indo-US Fellowship, it covers both fellowship as well as internship. So totally 20 candidates will be taken, 10 each for fellowship, and internship will be there. And they can have a collaborative work with the US country, the US environmental. They are providing a support to funding for maximum 3 to 6 months, where you can have a research scholar can work with the US collaborative also. Okay, so those who are about to submit their thesis report can apply under this scheme. Particularly women can apply under this scheme. And you can have a collaborative experience or US environmental experience to be worked on with. And then the WINGS grant is there. This is also giving an overseas opportunity, particularly for women. Okay. And this is the summary of my talk, which was particularly related to a DST-oriented project, institutional capacity building. First, Sadi Supreme was there. Okay, all these gives an institutional capacity building, and for human capacity building for individual project proposal, Inspire, Manak, Voice Kiran, particularly for women. In that scheme, Voice PhD, PDF, Vidu, Scope, IPR, Wings, Curie, Vigyanyo, Digadi. So all these comes under for Voice under an umbrella of Voice Kiran, and this is particularly for women. Okay. So DST is providing support not only to the institute capacity, but also to the human capacity. Okay, both human capacity and institutional capacity. Many funds are there, and one can apply under this scheme. Okay. Apart from that, two scheme, the R&D particularly related to the technology oriented is also there. Okay, and then for a society oriented, C division was there for society oriented, and then the international cooperation scheme is also there. Okay. So DST is providing fund for under different scheme. These two are the summaries of the DST provided funds. So one is to develop an institution capacity building, and other to develop the human capacity, and other to develop a technology oriented, and other to develop the society, and to have a collaborative work with the international countries. Okay, international collaboration. So by 5 different works, they are providing fund under different schemes. And then next we can go with the final thing of SERB Science and Engineering Research Board. This is a statutory body of DST, and these have 3 different divisions like research grant, research cooperation, and then the fellowship. Okay, travel grant, other things. So research grant Ayurvedic bio program was there, core research grant CRG or extramural research is also there. And sure, for particularly for university oriented, they can apply under the state university research excellence of the SERB scheme. Okay, and then the empowerment and equity opportunity for excellence is an EMEQ. Okay, this is also particularly for SC/ST applicant. And all this is for providing for research grant. Under this research grant, also it has Supra. Supra project is also there. So recently they made a call for of this Supra. And then the startup research grant, in order to collaborate or to develop an entrepreneurship, the startup research grant is also there. And then the fire to have collaborative with the TRL level of greater than 5. Okay. And then SERB power scheme was there. Power scheme is particularly for a women candidate. Okay, power grant is also there, and nowadays this grant is said to be increasing. Okay, so DST is providing fund for a women PI up to a maximum of 68,000 per month with HRA for to be a PI. Okay. And then SERB power is also there, particularly for women. And then the matrix is similar to DST. This statutory body of DST is also providing fund for mathematical science like matrices. Okay, matrix under this scheme. And then the other scheme like IRDD, and then the INCRICA was there. Then we can see with the research networking. So it has both national and international collaboration. National, they are having the imprint. So recently they made the call for this imprint too, particularly for the project proposal, which was related to the waste management, pollution, and cyber security, other field. And it has also the Prime Minister Fellowship for Doctor Research also is there. So here also the fellowship is more. Okay. So in order to have a research in the networking, so not networking in the national network, collaborative work they have. And also in the international scheme also they have Vajra scheme is there to have a collaborative work with the foreign countries. And then the SERB international research experience was there. Okay, SIRE was there. And then the third part of this SERB was that awards and fellowship. So awards and fellowship, NPDF was there, as you may be aware of this NPDF. Okay, and they made a frequent call for PDF fund. And then the STAR fund is also there. STAR, Science Technology Award for Research. TAR, Teachers Associate for Research Excellence, and TRETRA was also there. Okay, so maximum they made a frequent call to the STAR, NPDF, TAR application. Okay, and then apart from that, individual fellowship like JC Bose and Abdul Kalam Fellowship is also there. Ramanujan Fellowship, and even for women also they have their Women Excellence Award and Women SERB Power Fellowship is also there. Okay. These fellowships, and it has the travel support. It is supporting for travel applications. Like if you are going to do a international conference, then you can apply under this scheme also. And then apart from the DST, the other department is also there. Department of Coal, Meteorological Department, MNRE, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, particularly for electrical engineering people, and ICAR, International Council, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, ICAR, for particularly for extramural research projects related to the agriculture field. And then CPRI, particularly for power oriented, they are also providing fund. And DPIIT comes under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, DPIIT. And they are providing the fund for having the scheme like IPR share. We call it as an IPR share. Scheme for pedagogy like SPRICA. In short, it is said to be a SPRICA. And this scheme for developing an IPR cell in an academic institution, okay, in an academic institution by which the IPR chair will be assigned. And under this SPRICA, you can develop an IPR cell in your academic organization. And this SPRICA scheme is for particularly for 5 years. And it can be extendable to 2 years also. So 5+2 can be allowed. So maximum 5 years can be, the fund will be supported, and for organizing the workshop related to IPR and to purchase the IPR book or to introduce and diploma courses in your institute, or particularly for IPR courses, for diploma level courses. For UG also it can be introduced. For all these things, a fund will be provided under this SPRICA scheme. Okay. And then we can go with, so far we have discussed all the funding opportunity of a government organization. Then we can discuss about the details of a project proposal. So there are two major, in a project proposal, two major things was that the part A to be a basic details and part B to be a proposed research work. So basic details, as you know, that all will be gives the broad area what you are going to choose and the area of specialization along with the PI details. So PI, co-PI detail, institution detail come under the basic details of part A of a project proposal. And then the part B of the project proposal includes the proposed research work. It covers the title of your project, summary, objective, what objective you are going to define. Okay. And then the introduction part, if you are having any prior work, then that can also be included, and the methodology, what you are going to be followed in order to fulfill your objective, and the description of your main methodology, and the work plan as per your objective, and the delivery and the target to be achieved. Okay, what are the deliveries you will be providing at the end of your project, or what target you are going to be achieved at due to that project proposal has to be clearly mentioned. And finally, the project budget details. Budget detail, it is the main part. So while preparing a budget details, make sure that the equipment cost will be more. That is, the non-recurring details should be the more, and recurring details should be less. So don't apply more amount to the travel. Okay, travel. So reduce your amount in the travel. Okay, so maximum nowadays they are preferring with an online session. That way they are not providing more fund for travel. So make your budget as per that equipment cost to be more, and consumable to be next in part, and then contingency and travel to be less in your budget preparation. Okay, and if you have other details that can also be submitted in their part B portion. And what is the outcome of project proposal? So what is the outcome of a project proposal? It can be in the form of publication or recognition, publication in terms of journal or conference paper publication, and then you will be getting a recognition, okay, in your institution or in your resume. You will be getting a recognition, and by which way your salary can be improved or your promotion can be seen. Okay, and then if it was a better project, award can also be given to you, and as a result of your project, then IPR can also be obtained. So as you know that the different 8 IPs are there. So as a result of your project proposal, it can be either an IP also. And then these are some of the funding opportunity for organizing event like workshop or conferences or any seminar. So for that also funding was provided under this scheme of DAITY, DPIIT department was there, DST study scheme was there, service also providing all these agencies are providing fund not only to the project proposal but also for organizing an event. Thank you. And if any queries, I request the participant to ask.
Thank you, ma'am. Dear participants, if you have any question, you can ask. Or send your questions in a chat box. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the wonderful session. So it's my privilege to address the vote of thanks for this wonderful session. First of all, I would like to thank our founder and chancellor, Through A.C. Shanmugam sir, and our honorable president, ACS Arun Kumar sir, for giving this golden opportunity to conduct this program. It gives an immense pleasure to thank our Geeta Lakshmi ma'am, Provost Professor Dr. G. Gopalakrishnan sir, Registrar Professor Dr. C.B. Palanivel sir for their wonderful support for this event. I express my heartfelt thanks to our Director, Academic Staff College, Malini Pandey ma'am, for his support and guidance. I would like to thank our beloved Dean, Academic Staff College, Dr. Gomadi ma'am, for your continuous support and encouragement to make this event more memorable one. I would like to express my gratitude towards Kumuda ma'am for accepting our invitation and spending her valuable time and knowledge with us. Last but not least, my special thanks to all the participants for the wonderful support and making this event a grand success. Once again, I thank one and all. Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Dear participants, kindly fill the feedback form. I posted in a chat box. Dear participants, kindly fill your feedback form. So feedback will be closed. 30 minutes. Huh?